Good evening to you all. Today is our day 6 of this 3-month data analytics bootcamp. Like I said, this bootcamp will last for about 3 months, and today is our day 6. Like always, we start with our outlines. That is what we are to cover for the day. So like always, we'll have a recap on what we did yesterday. Today, we'll talk about average, percentage, and we'll talk about percentage change. Lastly, we'll have question and answer, and then we'll have a conclusion and call it a day. So, like always, a recap on the 5. If you can recall, yesterday we discussed about formula and function, and I explained to you what formula are and also what functions are. So you understand what are the formula, and we treated almost all the formulas there. You see how the formula are there in Excel yesterday, which is the mathematical expressions using mathematical signs. So we also talk about simple arithmetic yesterday, plus sign, and we did addition and sum. We did subtraction, multiplication, and division. So that's what we discussed today, and we did some practical, and I believed you too, you did some practicals on what we did yesterday. So today, like always, we'll talk about average, and it's more of practical, but let me explain what is average, or what average formula is all about. I already said it yesterday, if you can recall. While explaining formula for you, I told you that average is the total sum divided by the total count. That what will give you the average of the data. So if a data is given to you and you want to know what is the average is like a cut-off marks. Anyone who is below it is below the average, and someone who is above it is above the average. So average is like a cut-off marks. It's a way of knowing the cut-off marks of something, saying that people that are below this, they are below average, while people that are above it, they are above average. So to get the average, the formula, like I said, is total sum. So you sum the entire data divided by the total count, then you count the data. For example, I have 20 people. I have the salary of 20 people. So I sum the entire salary. So it's give me, let's say, 2 million. Then 2 million divided by the total count. That is, the total count is 20 people. So I divide it by 20 people. That's what will give me the average salary of that 20 people. So this is what average is all about. But it's just the formula of average. We are going to talk about the practical of it. So I think let's go to Excel and practice this average before we move to percentage. So let's see how it works. Okay, sorry, I'm sharing my screen also. I'll share my screen, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I believe you can all see my screen, and this is where we stopped yesterday, if you can recall. So I think we need to have a data that we need to get the percentage of that. So like yesterday we used states, so let's use states again, or maybe let's use, what are we going to use? Let's use states again. It's just something that I think it will be easier for us. So let's use state. Ekiti, Ogun, Anambra. Okay. Yeah. Let's put KB, so go to OU. Okay, so let's stop here. I think it's enough. I need to have let's say quarter. Q1 price, Q2 price. Yeah, so I think let me have something like this. Q1, Q2, and I will say number of steps. Okay, I'll bring this one. Let me bring it here. Okay, I just cut it and put it there. So don't worry, I'm just going to use that rand between that I told you. So rand between, you put the within the range that you want to have the rand between. So I need from 100 to 200 steps. So I just need to have this. So for the price, let me say something. I'm sorry, I think, no, I want it from 50. Yeah, I want it from 50. So yeah, I'm just creating the data that we are going to use, don't worry. So I'm going to say rand between, for the price, I want it to be between 15,000 to 100,000. Yeah, so I think it's okay like this. From 15,000 to 500,000. Okay, I want it to be the same, so I'll do it like this. It's okay. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Okay, this is the data, and we need to get the average. So let me just call this average. Let's start with the average. We need to know the average of this, let's see, steps, average of the steps. So to get the average, let me get rid of this. We don't need it today. So to get the average, I told you, if we are to use the formula, we are going to say we need to get the sum of this. After getting the sum, then we divide it by the count. So we have 11 people. Let me delete all this. We don't need the rest. Okay, I'll just delete it. So it's 11 people, but I can leave this column. I will leave it maybe total. So, but we have average function. So when you say equals to average, I'm sorry, I'm just going to apply the average only here. So we are not dragging average. Average, we are getting it once. So don't think we are going to have average across all these. You are getting average for the whole data. That is for the entire data is only one average you can get. So I'm going to say equals to average. You write the name average equals to average. Then you highlight the data, you close your bracket. This is a function in Excel. By default, once you put equals to average, open bracket, you highlight the range of the data, you press enter, automatically Excel will give you the average. Don't worry, this cell is already formatted per date, so I will turn it to general. So this is our average. So sorry, I'm going to reduce the decimal places. Maybe I will leave it like this. It will give us 130.91. That's our average. So this is the function. The only thing you need to is to put equals to average, open bracket, you highlight the range. But I told you the formula of average is total sum divided by total count. So let's see how it works. So let me say I'm going to get the total sum here. I'm going to say equals to sum, open bracket, I will highlight this. Then I'll press my enter. It's giving me 1440. That is 1,404. That's the total. So if I want to get the average, I can say equals to total sum. This is the sum divided by total count. How many are they here? They are 11. So I will say divided by 11. So if I put my 11 and press enter, automatically it will give me this same data. If I reduce these small places to only 102, it's going to give us the same 1130.91. So this is the formula of average and the function of average. And in Excel, you don't need to waste your time to apply the formula. All you need to do is to call the function, and the function will do the work for you, and you will have your average like this. Please, are we together? You understand this? Average is very easy. If we need to get the average of this quarter one, we can come here and say equals to average. You see, it's average here, open bracket, then I'll highlight this. That's the quarter one price. So this is the quarter one price. It gives us the average. I can reduce the decimal places. Sorry. I can reduce it. I can even remove it. So 64,804 is the average of these total sales that we have. So this is what average is all about and how to get average like this. Okay. So now the next thing we are going to talk about is percentage. We are going to take the percentage. Okay, let me create something here and call it percentage of staffs. Okay, so we need to know out of this 1,440, what is the percentage of this? I can say percentage of candidates. I can put it as candidate, number of candidates if I want, so that we will know the percentage or number of staffs that we have across this state. Which state has the higher percentage, which state has the lower percentage. But let me explain what percentage is all about. So percentage is to know the proportion of a given data from that whole of the data. So how did something or how did categories of data contribute to the whole of that data? What is the proportion that each category takes from the whole of the data? So now we have the whole of the data, which is 1,440. That's the whole. We have the whole of the data. Okay. What percentage, what proportion, or what part each state plays, or what percentage each state has to make up that 1,440, or out of that 1,440. That what how we whenever we need to get percentage, that's how percentage works. So if you add up percentage every time, percentage must give you 100%. That 100% doesn't mean it's 100. No, it shows you that you completed the whole number. So the whole number is 100%. By default, it must be 100%. That's the whole number. So now this our 14,000, that is 1,440 that you see here. This 1,440, for example, is our total. So is the whole. So definitely whenever we get the percentage, that percentage must equal to whole number that we have. So this is what percentage is. So let's talk about the formula of percentage. So how do we get percentage? The formula of percentage is specific divided by all, or you can say specific divided by total multiply by 100. That's the percentage formula. Please, you can understand it from today. Whenever you are given a data and you ask to get a specific, to get a percentage, know the specific. That specific is what you will divide with the total and multiply it by 100. It will give you the percentage. That's the end. Okay. If you look at it now, we already got the total of the staffs, which is 1,440. That's the total of our staffs. So now what is the specific that we are looking for? Now we know the total. So what is the specific? Specific is the number of each staff from each state, or is the total number of the staffs from each state. That's the specific. So now we are going to apply the formula in order for us to get the percentage of staffs per state. So let's say this equals to, then the specific for Zamfara state, since I'm applying the formula for Zamfara state, so I'm going to say equals to C2, that's the Zamfara. I can click on it. Specific divided by total. What is the total? The total is this, and we are going to click on it because we already got the total. So this is our total. So Zamfara C2 is the specific, and total is what? Is this. So then we press enter. So by default, it gave us 0. It's because I remove the decimal places, but let me increase it. I will just put like 2. So now it gave us 0.10. Oh, I will leave it like this, 0.1. That's what we got. So 145 divided by 1440, it gave us 0.1. So now in Excel, you don't need to put that times 100. You don't need to put it. All you need to is to click this percentage sign here under general, you know it. Just click on this percentage. It will give you the percentage, which is 10%. So it means Zamfara State has 10% out of this 1440. That is out of this 1440, Zamfara State has 10%. So now this is where I want you to pay attention. You know, by default, if we drag it, it's supposed to apply it across all this. It's supposed, understand this, it's supposed. Why didn't it apply it? Because if you click here, I told you when you drag in Excel, it moves with the rules. So now we are in, for example, here is C3, C2 divided by C13, because C13 is where our total is. It's okay. When we drag it, C3, of course, we want it to come down to C3, but we need to divide it with the same total that we have. And that total is what? 1440. So, but now since we drag it, that way it moves to the next cell, which is C14. And C14 is empty. We don't have anything there. And if you click here, it moves to C15. You click here, it moves to C16, like that. So that why when you are trying to get percentage across multiple rows with single total, since of course you are going to use single total, you need to lock the total. This is what brings us to locking a cell within a formula. You need to lock this particular cell. That means when we drag it, this particular cell will not change, but all the rest of the cells will change, because all these cells are specific, and we are what? We are dividing them by this total. So this total will be rigid, it's not changing, while these specifics, we want them to change. So how are we going to do it? Just highlight this C13. You can just enter the formula bar like this, click on it here, or you can come here and highlight it. Just highlight it. When you highlight it, press F4 from your keyboard. Once you press F4, you are going to see $ before C, and you are going to see $ before 13. That is $ before the column and $ before the row. It means we lock this particular row. That is, we lock C13. C13 now cannot move and cannot change. If you press F4 from your keyboard, it didn't work after you highlight it, don't worry. Press Fn. Every computer has Fn. Press Fn, hold your Fn, then you press F4. Then it will definitely work. Please, if it didn't work, don't take it as something difficult. Just come in front of C, put $. Come in front of 13, that is the row number, put $. You are done. You don't even need to stress yourself with that F4. Put the $ before the column and before the row, then you press enter. So now If I drag it up till the end, it's going to give us the percentage across all our data. And up till the end, you see, when we divide 1440 divided by 1440 is, I'm sorry, my network just shake. So let me share my screen so that you can see it. I'm sorry. I have a little network problem. So if we divide this 1440 divided by 1440, you know, it will definitely give us 1, and 1 times 100 is going to give us 100, and then we get 100%. So if you calculate this percentage, it's going to give you 100%. Each state now, we know the percentage of the state. So Oyo has 189 staffs, and that way it goes with 13% of the staffs. 159, it goes with 11%. And since we have 11% and 11%, we can increase the decimal places now like this. Sorry, we can increase it like this so that we'll know the difference between this is shows 11% before, but now it's 10.76. You see, this is how it works, and this is how you will know what each state goes. So please, this is how you will get a percentage. Okay, so now we got a percentage. We know how to get a percentage from number. So what if, let me do it like this. Okay, number of steps. So now, what if you were given a percentage of people like this? You are given a percentage, and you are also given the total, but you don't know the actual number of each state. How are you going to get the actual number? So to get the actual number is for you to multiply the total that was given to you with the percentage, and that's what will give you the actual number of the steps. So now we are going to say, assuming we were given a percentage alone, let me do something. I'm sorry, I'm deleting this. Don't worry. I'm deleting this. Yeah. So let me delete this. Okay, but I will bring 1440 again. So you are given only 1440, but you don't know the number of steps per each state, but you know the percentage. The percentage was given to you. You were asked to bring out the total number of each steps of the state. So we are going to say equals to this percent. You multiply it by this total, then you press enter. So it will give you this. I'm sorry, let me turn it to general. It's going to give us this same 145 that the Empire State has. It's going to give that to us. So if you want to apply it across all this, we are going to lock this as we did before. I will press my F4, press enter. I will drag it up till the end. You see, that's all. We bring back our data using the percentage with the total that was given to us. Please understand how we got this. Please understand how we get this. Your assignment has everything to do with this. Okay, thank you. So let's move to our next topic, which has to do with percentage change. Percentage change. This is something that I believe some of you from maybe, I think, is it which course they treated this percentage change? Statistics, I don't know, or mathematics, or physics, or chemistry, I don't know. But I believe some of you treated percentage change in university. So let's talk about what is percentage change. You see, percentage change is a way of knowing a deviance between two given values. That is the difference between two given values. That why I call, some they call it percentage change, some they call it percentage deviance, some they call it percentage difference. any name you hear about is the same thing. What is the formula of percentage change? The formula of percentage change is very simple. It's very simple. The formula is new divided by the original or old divided new minus original or new minus old divided by original or divided by old. That's the formula. I will say it again. New minus old divided by old. Or you can say new minus original value divided by original value multiplied by 100. That's the percentage change. Okay. So now I just create this price and this. Quarter one price and quarter two price, these are the price that we have. We want to know the percentage change of each of this. We want to know the percentage change. That is, let me call it here, percentage change. We want to know the percentage change that we have between quarter one 2024. Let me just call it quarter one 2024 and quarter two 2024. Let me wrap it because I want to see 2024 here. Okay, let me decrease it a little bit because I want to see 20. Yeah. So quarter one price 2024 and quarter two price 2024. We want to know the percentage change across all these prices. So you remember the formula. So we say new, that is new value minus original value or minus old value divided by old value or divided by original value times 100. That one will give us the percentage change. Okay. Please, can you hear me clearly? I can see that they said my network is unstable. I don't know if you can hear me. So let's apply it. Can you hear me, please? Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now we are going to say equals to, just tell me the formula is, we say new. What is the new value now here? If you look at the data, what is the new value? The latest one is the new value. So the new value is our quarter two price 2024 is our new value. So I'm going to click on it because it is our new value. Minus our what? Minus our old value. That is our original value. Our original value here is what? Is quarter one price. So now we need to divide it by our old value and multiply it by 100. By multiplying it by 100 is not an issue because I already told you in Excel you don't need to you don't need to put that times 100. You only need to click on this percentage sign. It will do that for you. But now how are we going to divide it? If I divide it divided by this and press this, is going to give us this, is going to give us arrow. Yesterday, if you can recall, I told you that issue of board mass when you have two expression that you need to pass, two mathematical expression in the same formula, you need to apply that. So now we are going to put equals to, we need to put the first expression in bracket. That means it's going to be equals to new value minus old value. Then we close our bracket. Then we put divided by the what? Original value, that is old value, and we press enter. It gives us what? 0.16. If I click on this percentage sign, it will give us 16%. So the percentage change is 16% between quarter one price in Zamfara State and quarter two price if we combine the two together. So now, since I'm applying the same formula across all the, that is this and this, this and this, this and this. So now I'm not locking anything. All I need is to drag it down for me to get this. So if you look at it carefully now, look at it now. We have 49% change minus 16 minus 24 minus 36, 134 change. Look at it here in Anambra. The quarter one price is 37,000, while quarter two price is 86,000. That means we have about 134% increase in the price. Okay. So now this is the percentage change. Now look at it. Anywhere you see a minus, it means we have a negative percentage change. And anywhere without minus, it means we have a positive percentage change. So take note. This is what brings us to understand what it means by percentage increase and percentage decrease. Okay. Wherever we have minus, it means we have a percentage decrease. So the percentage decrease is 16% because the price was initially, let me color it in yellow, it was 5,100, and that is 51,513. That is in quarter one. But the price reduced to what? It reduced to 43,528 in quarter two. That means we have a percentage decrease of what? 16%. Please understand this. Where we don't have that minus this, it means we have a percentage decrease of that percent. So clearly look at it here. Here we have percentage increase of 16%. Here we have percentage decrease of what? 16%. Here we have percentage decrease of 24%, decrease of 36%, increase of 49%, increase of 134, increase of 204, decrease of 16, decrease of 36. This is what percentage change is all about. Okay, so this is something that you need to apply it. You need to practice it. Please practice all this. And I know maybe you might have some questions to ask, but this is what it's all about. So what I want to add is that any data that is given to you, this formula that we discussed about, all this formula, please put it at the back of your mind before you start any calculation. Recall the formula, right? From the average formula that we talk about, the percentage formula we discussed, the percentage change formula that we discussed also. There are many ways to do this percentage sign calculation or this percentage change calculation. There are many formula that you can use, one of which you can use new divided by old minus 1 is another formula of this percentage change, but I don't want to confuse you, just forget it. But this is the, I think, universal formula of percentage change, that is new minus original divided by original times 100. That's the formula. So, but that one is just new divided by original minus 1 multiplied by 100. It will also give you the percentage change. But let's stick to this. And if you use this, you can get, you'll get your answer. So don't forget to put it in bracket like I show you here. When you are passing two mathematical expressions, you have to put them in, you have to put one in bracket, then you pass the other out of the bracket, and it will give you this. So, like we are recording the class already, so I'll share the link for you to watch everything and to practice a lot. So we have 3 minutes. Thank God today I left around 3 minutes. So you can ask some questions if you have before we take a recess of 10 minutes and come back. So if you have questions, you can ask within these 3 minutes. If you don't, I think we can even call it a day and I'll share the video with you. So if you have a question, please ask your question. We have 3 minutes and you can please, you can go ahead. If you have a question, you ask the question. We have 3 minutes. If there is no any question in these 3 minutes, we are not resuming. So 40 minutes are enough. We'll call it a day. But if maybe somebody asks question, I'm here to explain the question to the person, then we can resume. How to get the percentage of the steps? How to get, please, if your question has to do with me repeating something or with me how I get something, I think it's better for you to watch the video. That what will happen. It's better for you to watch the video. So I will drop the video with you shortly. Then you go ahead and watch the video and see how we did it. But if we are to repeat, the video will be lengthy. So I will drop the video. You watch it, you put it in slow motion and you go ahead. What if the person were asked to get the percentage of the data? I didn't get you the percentage of the data. I didn't get what you mean percentage of the data. I didn't know what data you are talking about. Any percentage that you were asked to get, please recall the formula. What is the formula? Ask yourself, what is the formula? If you know the formula, look at the given scenario and applied it. You are going to be given a scenario. You are going to be given data. So please use the formula that was given to you and crack the question. I don't think, yeah, it's okay. You will see the question. Maybe I think from now to tomorrow by 9 a.m., please expect your assignment. You are going to see it in your emails. Please go ahead, follow the instruction in the file, open the Excel file that is given to you, read the questions and go to the data sheet and start your assignment. Please go ahead and start your assignment. Don't get confused and don't get scared. The assignment is very simple. All you need to is to carefully read the questions, applied what you are asked to do, and you can do it. So watch the video. We'll share the assignment. I think we'll share the assignment tomorrow morning so that by tomorrow, all of you, you watch the video, you understand everything, you practice so that we will not get confused. I think that's better. So we'll share the assignment by 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. You will see the assignment. So I believed in the absence of any question, we can call it a day. So have a wonderful dream. We are not resuming. Thank you so much. See you next tomorrow, and we'll discuss. We'll continue with the class. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye. Have a wonderful dreams.